Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Miriam, and Shabbat Shalom, my other viewers that I cannot see names for. We're going to spend more time this morning really just warming up and getting into a prayerful spirit. Since we did a Torah service last night, we're not going to do one this morning. So that gives us more time to just sing and breathe and meditate and get ready for Shabbat. So our service begins on page 185 of Mishkan Tefillah. I enter this sacred space to voice the longings of my heart in prayer. In sacred company, I offer my love to the Holy One. I devote myself this morning to psalm and song, study and prayer. May my heart be lifted, may my thoughts be deepened, and may my soul like eagle soar. And now, let's continue with Matovu on page 192. Matovu ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Matovu ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Ma'ani ברוב חסדך הרוב אתך אשתחווה אל הכל קודשך ביראתך מה טוב ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Adonai, ahavti me'od betecha, u'mishkom mishkan kevotecha. אשתחווה ואכרעה אברך מאדוני עושי. מה טוב ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Va'ani tefilati lecha Adonai yesh ratzon. Elohim berov chesdecha haneni be'emet yishecha. Ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Now, what makes the words of Matovu are the words of a blessing that a prophet from another culture bestowed upon the Jewish people and the Israelite people when he was supposed to go and give a curse, but he was so moved by the Spirit of God that dwelled among them that out came this blessing instead. And the words are, how fair are your tents, O Jacob, and your dwellings, O Israel. And it's one thing to say these words when we are in our building together with its marvelous natural lighting and its great acoustics, and our voices are rising in prayer together. It's another thing to do it at home when we are not together and we are trying to pray digitally, virtually, not seeing each other, not hearing each other, but knowing that one another is there. And still knowing that one another is there, the abundant love of God and the Jewish people comes through, and we are together in that way. We continue on page 195. Don't let me fall as a stone falls upon the hard ground, and don't let my hands become dry as the twigs of a tree. When the wind beats down the last leaves, and when the storm raises dust from the earth, with anger and howling, don't let me fall. I haven't asked for much, but as a blade of your grass in a distant wild field lets a seed drop in the lap of the earth and dies away, so in me, your living breath, as you sow a seed in the earth. Baruch atah Adonai, rofeh basar umafli la'asot. Page 196. We come to Elohai Neshama, that our souls are pure and they animate our bodies with great intention. Elohai Neshama Shanatata li Tehorai. 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 On page 198 through 202, we read the words of the blessings for daily miracles. And as I read them, please feel free to put in the chat, what are the daily miracles that you are blessing today? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lasech v'bina lahavchin ben yom u'ben laila. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who has given the mind the ability to distinguish day from night. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, pokeach ivrim. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who frees the captive. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, zokef kefufim. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who lifts up the fallen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, rokei haaretz al hamayim. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who stretches the waters over the earth. Who stretches the earth over the waters. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamechin mitzadei gaber. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who strengthens our steps. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, malbish arumim. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who clothes the naked. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hanoten le'ayev koach. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who gives strength to the weary. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hama'avir shena me'enai udnuma me'af apai. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who removes sleep from the eyes and slumber from the eyelids. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, for the love of family and friends and the drive to demand change. Yes. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, our families who reach out to us from all over the world. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani b'tzelem Elohim. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who made me in the image of God. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who made us all in the image of God. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani bat chorin. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who has made me free. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who has made us all to be free, and for us all to be able to free each other. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani Yisrael. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who has made me a Jew. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, ozer Yisrael bigvura. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who girds Israel with strength. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, oter Yisrael b'tifara. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who crowns the Jewish people with splendor. And we continue on with some Psalms. Again, opening up our hearts and our souls and our bodies and our breathing. Breathe from the diaphragm, sing out loud, project, even if I can't hear you all the way up in Vienna. It's good for your soul to do it anyway. Ashrei yoshvei beitecha, od yehallelucha selah. Ashrei yoshvei beitecha, od yehallelucha selah. Ashrei, ashrei, ashrei yoshvei beitecha. Ashrei, ashrei, ashrei yoshvei beitecha. Happy are those who dwell in your house. They will sing your praises forever. Happy are those who dwell in your house. They will sing your praises forever. Ashrei yoshvei beitecha. Od yehallelucha selah. Ashrei yoshvei beitecha. Od yehallelucha selah. Ashrei, ashrei, ashrei yoshvei beitecha. Ashrei, ashrei, ashrei yoshvei beitecha. Happy are those who dwell in your house. They will sing your praises forever. Happy are those who dwell in your house. They will sing your praises forever. We continue with Hallelujah on page 218. So go ahead and grab your instruments, your drums. Make instruments out of whatever's at your disposal. Lubricate up your voice with some coffee. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, big hallelujah, 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 B'tega shofar. Hallelujah, hallelujah, Benevel v'chino. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, B'tov u'machor. Hallelujah, hallelujah, b'minim be'uva. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, B'til tzalei shama. Hallelujah, hallelujah, B'til tzalei truah. Kol haneshama tehallel, kol haneshama tehallel, kol haneshama tehallel, hallelujah. Kol haneshama tehallel, hallelujah. This is the first song I think I've ever had to play, or I've ever tried playing on my ukulele. It requires a G minor, and the order of your fingers on the fret is not natural, so I'm still getting that one. Thank you for your patience. But that's what the song is all about, praising God with all of your instruments, even when you're still learning how to play them, because that, learning how to play them, is part of the gift from God. Okay, we have now reached our Shacharit service. We are so warmed up. We have over 10 people watching. We are ready for the Chatzi Kaddish to bring us into Shacharit. Page 224 of the Mishkan Tefillah. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabba ve'alma divrach yirteh v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'chayetecho beit Yisrael bagala bagala u'bizman kariv ve'imeru amen yehesh merabba mevarach ve'alamul al me'amaya yitbarach Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitramam v'yinaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha barechu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata tamiran be'alma ve'imeru amen. Please rise for the call to worship. The Baruch Hu is on page 226. Praise Adonai, to whom our praise is due. Praise Adonai, to whom our praise is due. Praise Adonai, to whom our praise is due. Now and forever. Yada, 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 You may be seated. In the beginning, even then, a new light was sown for the righteous, a promise that your light would become the catalyst, first for order, then for hope. Another author of language and light, help us to use words as you have, to cast light into dark waters, to draw out justice and truth. Baruch atah Adonai, Yotzer HaMe'orot. Love your neighbor as yourself, you said, and light blinded we saw. That inner and outer worlds are one as you are one. You spoke and we wrote. We reached for you down the centuries, your light moving before us as we climbed, fell back and climbed again. Your Sinai of life. Baruch atah Adonai, habocher be'amo Yisrael ba'ahava. On pages 232 and 233, we find the Shema, followed by the Ve'ahavta. I invite you to prepare yourselves for these words of Torah. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ez. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'otecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinatam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha b'derech uv'shachlecha uv'kumecha uv'shartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'yisharecha למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם. We continue on page 239. Emet. There is no place where you are not. Even in the wilderness, there is your word. Emet. That pen strokes of lightning, white fire, black flame, stir the soul's passion, guide our sacred way. True and enduring is Torah. Your truth for us is certain and established, now and forevermore. Like Moses, Miriam, and all Israel, we sing and rejoice. Mi chamocha bailim Adonai, mi kamocha neder bakodesh, nora tehilot osef ele, nora tehilot osef ele. Shir chadasha shibchu ge'olim l'shimcha al בשפת הים, יחד כולם הודו והמלכו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. מי כמוך מעלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. צור ישראל, קומה בעזרת ישראל, ופתחנו ממך יהודה וישראל. גואלנו אדוני צבאות שמו, קדוש ישראל, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. On pages 242 through 248, we prepare ourselves for the Amidah, the central portion of our morning prayer. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotinu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, El Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, גומר חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, וגאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו משמי עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומידו מלך ממית ומחייב, ומצמיח ישועה, נאמן אתה להחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל, מקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב ביד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש 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 Adonai Tzebaot, Melech kol haaretz, Kevodo, Adir Adirenu Adonai Ma'adir Shimcha bechol haaretz, Baruch Kevod Adonai Mimchomo. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהייך ציון, לדור ודור. Hallelujah. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש. ושבחך אלוהינו, מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. If you rose, you may be seated. I'd like to read this prayer by Rabbi Jonah Dov Pessner from the Religious Action Center of Reform Judaism. Source of all life, daily your Jewish children praise you and your mighty deeds. We call you Matir Asurim, the one who releases the imprisoned. Somech Noflim, the one who lifts up the fallen. Rofei HaCholim, the one who heals the sick. We trust you, keep faith with those who sleep in the dust. And now, slumber in the dust of disease, suffering, and loss. We sleep in the valley of the shadow of death. Keep faith. Creator of all life, children who are themselves but ashes and dust, cry out in praise of life, but our voices are muffled by masks. Do you hear? Keep faith. Many among us are sick. Many among us are imprisoned. Many have fallen into poverty, destitution, and despair. Keep faith in you. Keep faith in us. Our givurot, our mighty deeds. Let us lift up the fallen. Let us free the captive. Let us heal the sick. And when we cannot, let us keep faith. Where there is death, let us praise life. Rav Lahoshia, mighty is your salvation, is our salvation. Source of all life, daily your Jewish children praise you and your gevurot, your mighty deeds, and say, Baruch atah Adonai mechaye hametim. Praised are you, God. You bring life even when there is death. Amen. We take a moment now for silent prayer and meditation. Remember to breathe deep. Let it all out. Yehiyu leratzon imrefi vehagyon libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri v'gali May the words of our mouths and the meditations of our hearts be acceptable to you, Adonai, our rock and redeemer. We turn our thoughts to those among us who are ill and in need of healing. The Misha Berach is on page 371 of Mishkan Tefillah, and as I read the names of those in our community for whom we are praying for healing, please feel free to put in the chat names of those for whom you are also praying for healing. Mary Kennedy, Rosalind Cantu, Sharon Buell, Mike Haug, Lori Perry, Nick Joliat, Bernard Strassner, Fran Morona, Ariel Batsluva, Gail O'Neill, Rhoda Wessler, Marion Finkel, Skip Cathy and Jeffrey Brace, Rhonda Butler, Ricky Grant, Shoshana Bat Abraham, Minna Dornfeld, John Manners, Michael Kumakawa, Neil Savage, Joey Jones, Juliette Arigi, Sharon Kolb, Leslie White, and Shirley Kronig. Jesse Reynolds, Shelley Miller, and all those who are ill with COVID-19. The Mishaberach again is on page 371 in the middle of the page, and we pray for the health of mind, body, and spirit for all. Mishaberach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Ve'imotenu, may the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishaberach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha La'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. If you joined us last night and heard some of our Torah reading or saw the link I had posted to follow along and saw the English, you might have noticed that the Torah portion for Reform Jews this week is the first half of Parashat Naso, where we read of the Gershonites, one of the sub-tribes, like the families within the tribe of Levi. They are assigned their roles in the Mishkan, which is largely about taking apart the Mishkan when we have to move, and how they're going to fold up the flaps and things like that. And I came across a Hasidic teaching that connected the word Gershon, the root being the Gimel, Resh, and Shin, to the Hagar story where Sarah says, Geresh, send that woman away. And so the teaching was, who have we sent away in some way or another, emotionally, societally left behind, whatever, that now we also depend on to do what is holy work, to do some of the physical manual labor that we need to continue on our way. So I invite you to just take a moment to pause and reflect, to think about that. Who in your life have you sent away, mistreated, that you need to welcome back in, that you need to thank for their labor? And how are you going to do that also is part of the question. If you feel so moved to put something in the chat, what comes to you, I invite you to do so. If not, just hold in your mind who that person is. And how you're going to welcome them back in to your life. Eyo, oh, eyo, oh, lo yisagoy agoy cheref, lo yamedu od milchama, lo yisagoy agoy cheref, lo yamedu od milchama. Don't walk in front of me, I may not follow. Don't walk behind me, I may not lead. Just walk behind me, beside me, and be my friend. And together we will walk in the land of Hashem. Lo yisagoy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisagoy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama. We turn now toward our concluding prayers. The Aleinu is on page 586, and remember that the word Aleinu means it is upon us. It is upon us to act with godliness. It is upon us to spread God's justice and love through acts of loving kindness, through acts of righteousness, through acts of giving, through acts of standing up in the face of injustice, through acts of caring for the sick and the bereaved, through acts of neighborliness, and with prayer to fortify us in all of those difficult tasks. Alei l'shabeach ladon hakol, lateit gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kugoye haratzos, velo samanu kamishpachot ha'adama, shelo samachalkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonot, va'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, livnei melech malchei hamlakim, hakadosh baruch hu. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. As we turn our thoughts to those who are no longer with us in body but remain with us in spirit, I'd like to read for you a poem or a prayer by Alden Solovey to mark the rising numbers of COVID deaths. God of consolation, surely you count in heaven just as we count here on earth. In shock and in sorrow, the souls sent back to you one by one, the dead from the COVID pandemic, as the ones become tens, tens become hundreds, hundreds become thousands, the thousands become 10,000s, and then 100,000s. Each soul a heartbreak, each soul a life denied. God of wisdom, surely in the halls of divine justice you are assembling the courts, calling witnesses to testify, to proclaim the compassion of some and the callousness of others. As we've struggled to cope, the souls taken too soon, whose funerals were lonely, who didn't need to die, who died alone, who will tell their stories? When you judge our triumphs and our failures in these hours of need, God of healing, put an end to this pandemic and all illness and disease. Bless those who stand in service to humanity. Bless those who grieve. Bless the dead, so that their souls are bound up in the bond of life eternal, and grant those still affected with disease or trauma a completed and lasting healing. one by one until suffering ceases, and we can stop counting the dead in heaven and on earth. And now as I read the names of those who are on our lists for mourning, please feel free to share in the chat if you have names as well. This week marks an anniversary of death for Fran Stevenson, Minna Giffen Mincer, and Marvin Milgram. And we are still within the year of mourning for Sophie Levy, Donna Thatcher, Deborah Freelander, Abraham Finkel, Harold Herman, Nancy Holowitz, Roland Laramie, Mindy Ferenz, Moishe Deutsch, Douglas Miguel Rodriguez, Bob Katz, Roger Howe, Paula Cooper, Ernie Weissman, Doris Oleski, Sandra Lenag, David Avery, Art Rich, Jason Brown, Louis Petrozello, Gary Lyons, Dorothy Wolf, John D. Nicola, Ahmed Arbery, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and all of those who have died with COVID. The Mourners Kaddish is on page 598. Mourners and those who wish to join them may rise. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. Oh, there's more here from others. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. Ve'alma divrach yirutei v'yamliach malchutei. V'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei zechol beit Yisrael. V'agala u'v'zman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mivarach le'olam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei d'kudashah b'richu. Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mroma. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mroma. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. V'imru. Amen. I forgot to pour my grape juice this morning, but I have some fresh squeezed citrus juice here. So I'm going to change our morning kiddush to hot eights. Go ahead and prepare whatever you've got to say kiddush and motzi over this morning. While you do so, I will take a moment for some announcements. Just a reminder, tonight we are not streaming publicly Havdalah. Instead, all of the teens of Ner Shalom are invited to join me on Zoom for Havdalah and game night for our virtual shulin. We'll play Jackbox games. And then our schedule resumes as normal for next week. So Thursday at noon, Torah study, Friday night and Saturday morning, Shabbat services on YouTube and Facebook, Havdalah on Facebook and Instagram in the evening, etc. Oh, and tomorrow there is our last day of Sunday school at 10 a.m. So that tomorrow is our last week. That doesn't continue next week. 1 p.m. adult ed will continue for at least 2 more weeks as we wrap up our discussion on the evolution of gender viewpoints through Reform as a case study for Reform Responsa. So yeah, I think that's our announcements. Are we ready for Kiddush? Or in my case, I don't know, juice blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri ha'etz. The fall is very crumbly today, or this week. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. B'te'avon. Gotta wash that down. And our closing song this morning will be Adon Olam. Adon Olam asher malach, b'terem kol yitzir nivra. Nasa v'chetz hakol, Adon melech shemo nikra. Adon Olam asher malach, b'terem kol yitzir nivra. Acharei kichlot hakol, levado yimlok nora. Vehu haya vehu hoven, vehu yeh betzipora. Adon olam asher malach, b'terem kol yitzir nivra. Vehu echad ve'ein sheni, v'ham shelo lehachzira. B'mireshit ve'v'tachlit, ve'lo ha'oz ve'hamisra. Adon olam asher malach, b'terem kol yitzir nivra. Vehu eli v'chayoni, v'tzorchem li be'etz zara. Vehu nisi umanos li, menat kosi ve'yam ekra. Adon olam asher malach, b'terem kol yitzir nivra. V'yado afiruchi, ve'eti shan ve'ayira. Ve'imruchi geviati, Adonai li ve'lo ira. Adon olam asher malach, b'terem kol yitzir nivra. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I will not see you tonight, but I will see you again soon, I hope. Have a wonderful, restful day.